Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest today. We have Peter Langmore with us, and Peter is the chairman of the Glasgowlands Scottish Festival, and it's held pretty soon. We'll tell you all about it at Look Park in Northampton. Welcome back, Peter.
Thank you, Jan.
He's all decked out in his tartan.
Sure.
He's going to show you in a few minutes what he looks like. You can start off. You can start right now and show us if you'd like to. Go ahead. She's going to zero right in, Paul. Go ahead. Describe. It's the Stuart tartan. Am I correct?
Want me to stand up?
Yes, sure. Yes. Paul will get that right.
There you go.
There you go. What now? Describe the bag thing that you wear.
This?
Yeah.
Well, this is that's called a sporran.
Yeah.
And because there are no pockets right here.
And that he came in. He's got the socks that go with it, with the Scottish lion on the socks.
You right?
Now Langmore, that's not the Langmore. That's the Stuart tartan.
Yes, it is.
Because so many of us, like Lewis's, we belong to that Stuart clan too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's another one, MacLeod.
There are lots of clan. Okay.
Like MacLeod or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Beautiful. Have a seat. All right, we've got the great idea now. This is going to be fun. Peter, when is it going to be?
All right. It's a week from Saturday, July 21st, at, as you said, Jan, Look Park in Florence or Northampton, Massachusetts. And it goes from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m., which is when the vendors leave at 5. But the music goes on until 9:30 at night. And
we had a blast when we went there. My gosh, you go over there, and it's really worth the trip. They have tons of bagpipers that just come onto the field. Amazing.
We have, at opening ceremonies at 11:30, there are 23 pipe bands that we have. They will be competing, but at opening ceremonies, they all march on, and then they counter march.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And
have you heard of the Worcester Kilty Band?
yes, I have.
We had a gentleman here, a young man, who had come over from Scotland only a few years ago, and he played his pipe. He had actually designed his bagpipe.
Mm-hmm.
He put it together. You've heard of that kind of happening.
Yes, yeah.
I was
yes,
amazed how he did that. How long have you been working with the festival, Peter?
Actually, I've been associated with the festival for all the 25 years.
Did you start it yourself?
No. It was started in Blandford, Massachusetts, to raise money to preserve an historic building, which we call the White Church. It's owned by the Historical Society. It was supposed to be a one-year festival. Well, they were so successful, and they raised money. People said, "You got to do it again. You got to do it again." So here we are, 25 years later.
And when I walked in, there was is it like a little flute and violin Celtic little orchestra? What is that? Well,
we have a number of things going on. It's an all-day event, and it's family friendly, of course. And Look Park is certainly it's accessible. It's handicapped accessible all over. Anyway, the answer to your question is we have Pioneer Valley Harpers, Rosie Kane, and I think that's what you saw.
I think
the
so.
The Harpers, playing the harp.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was beautiful, soft.
Yes,
music, soft music.
Small. There's a small tent we
and
call
a flute too.
They may have had a flute. Yes,
yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
These ladies are lovely, and I think it's a couple of gentlemen too.
Yeah.
So.
Isn't there a flutist out, or don't they have them out in the woods too? Didn't they used to tell me that they have them playing out there?
Well, the pipers. So I can't tell you exactly how many pipers we have competing, but there are a lot, maybe 50. So these pipers compete, as the bands compete, the individual pipers compete, but they're off in the woods. Look Park is wooded, much of it.
It's big.
It is big, and so they come in at 6 o'clock in the morning to warm up, and even though they don't start competing until later, but you can hear them in the woods. It's kind of.
I know. I heard. Yeah.
It's just like.
Did some of them stay put by the time we got there? Maybe noon or 1 o'clock?
Yeah, I think so.
I love that.
Yeah.
So tell us about the other things that go on.
Okay, so we have, as I said, clans. Mm-hmm. Of course, we have clans. There are something in the vicinity of 23 clans.
Yeah.
And they all set up their tents in Clan Village, and they dress in their traditional costumes. Some of them are quite elaborate.
Yes.
And some of them dress in the more ancient, which is heavier, of course, and some of them have their war. Clans were made to fight.
Yeah.
So They are there, and then we have vendors. We have food and merchant vendors.
Yeah, I got a T-shirt there with a Scottish lion on it. I remember that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And quite a variety of vendors in that regard. And the food, we have haggis, we have meat pies and bridies, which are pretty much similar. Just
all right, haggis. I know what it is. Tell them what it is. Come on.
Haggis is really it's cooked traditionally in a sheep's stomach, and it's the leftovers of whatever people didn't want to
from
eat.
the sheep's tummy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. However, it's quite good. It's spiced.
Yeah.
We. In addition, so I mentioned the pipe bands. So these pipe bands, the 23 pipe bands that I know are coming. All compete, and they do a band circle, and they do the things kind of fun to watch. Mm-hmm. We also have a Highland dance competition. These young girls compete for. These are all sanctioned by the various organizations that sanction these, and they compete with the bagpiper is playing a tune, and the girls dance. Traditional dance, whether it be the Highland Fling or the sword dance or the chantreuse, or there's quite a number of them. Our program that we have outlines, this.
You get one when you come in. Right, I remember that. I remember it was white the day when we went.
So the dancers, and then we have the Highland Athletics.
Is that what's a big pole one called?
Caber.
The cabers. Boy, those are heavy. And
Yes.
those guys are strong.
They are extremely strong, and so they both men and women compete in that.
I didn't see the girls. They do too.
Yeah, they do, and they're. You just can't believe how strong these people are.
They look like telephone poles.
They are, yes. Well,
are they really?
No, they're not. But they're about 16 to 20 feet long and approximately 80 to 120 pounds.
How can you lift that much?
Well, they do, and the point is to lift it and balance it, and then flip it over, so that it does a complete flip and ends up at 12 o'clock. That's a perfect score.
Okay.
And then
How often do they get a perfect score?
Some of them quite often.
They do.
Yeah, some of these guys are very, very good. We do have world record holders competing here.
Wow.
We have amateur, and I don't remember the classes. There's amateur and the regular competitors, and like over 40, I think. Yeah. A senior, that's what they call it. And then they have professionals. We have professional ones as there too.
No wonder.
I mean, it's something to behold, I can tell you. So that, and we have children's games. We have spinners and weavers. They bring looms in. The kids can play on
I
the
didn't
looms.
see that. Okay.
It's down by we have a water spray park. The park does, which is nice.
Wait, you could like a fountain you can run through? Is that?
Yeah.
I missed it. You know what I loved was the genealogy tent. I went in there and I learned. I even bought a little book over there, Scottish Kith and Kin.
Oh yes.
And I could look up Lewis and then Stuart, MacLeod, I think it's MacLeod. And there's the Isle of Lewis.
There is.
I'm wondering, what do you think?
Well, come back, and and check it out again.
You've been to Scotland, right, Peter?
3 times anyway. Yes.
3 times. My parents went once.
Yes.
What do you think? Is it somber, like they say, kind of very peaceful but somber?
It depends where you go, I suppose. Well, we drove up into the Highlands and up to Loch Ness and all around up there. But if the it can be rainy and cloudy, but that would be a perfect Scottish day.
That's a pretty Scottish day. Peter, how can people get a hold of you about getting there?
Yes. So the website is glasgowlands.org. Glasgowlands.org. The email is glasgowlands@hotmail.com, and on there is a phone call. It's actually on the website, but it would be area code 413-862-8095. that would be information.
And would they
But
reach you, Peter, or is that?
No, that's someone
That's the
else,
general
yes.
information.
And it's someone's house. We don't have an office.
You don't
We're
have
all
an office?
volunteer. We are all volunteers.
Everybody's volunteering.
Everybody is a volunteer. We don't. We have all the money that we make.
Mm-hmm.
We give to two other nonprofit organizations. These two organizations have been helping us for a number of years, and they are the River Valley Counseling Center in Holyoke and Forum House in Westfield. And they provide the volunteers to man the gate and the pub, which we'll talk about in a moment. I have to say that for the last 2 years, we have had very good years. Each year, we have given each of those two organizations $10,000.
Wow. Now, the vendors, do they have to rent a space, or is it free and they give their money
the
to?
vendors pay us a fee, and the clans pay a registration, and the dancers pay a registration. But the bulk of the money comes in from the gate and the pub.
How much does it pay to park? I forgot.
$3.
$3. Oh, that's great.
And the admission at the gate is $16. That's and $5 for children 6 to 12, under 6 free. But that's a very reasonable price for today. We haven't gone up. And it covers the whole day. There's no. I mean, we haven't even talked about our stage bands, which are huge, and we have to rent the park. So. Oh
my gosh.
We have the whole park, and we rent it. It's the only event that the park has that they close the park to their season.
It's a huge park.
Yes, it is.
I don't even know if we covered everything when we went. Now, there is is it like a little building where you get food? I think you order at the little window?
Well, that belongs to the park.
Okay.
That's the sweet shop. No, that's not. That's the sandwich shop, whatever. However, we encourage people to use the vendors from the festival. I mean, you can get a hamburger, hot dog there, but we have a number of vendors, food vendors, everything. As I told you, haggis and hot dogs, hamburgers, donuts, you name it. And so I didn't finish with we have animals. We have Scottish animals. We have.
If you get that Scottish sheep, what is that guy called?
Well, it could
Scottish
be
sheep.
what? A Jacob sheep, perhaps.
Okay, they're real shaggy.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
really
know,
cool looking. We've had some up here in this area.
So what we have the sheep herding, dogs herd the sheep. Yeah, that's kind of fun.
They do that right there.
Yes. There's a fence. Yeah. It's really fun to watch that. And at opening ceremonies, we have all the Scottish breeds that people bring. Walk around. Yeah. We have, like you said, a genealogist.
Oh, I loved that.
We're going to have a lady there reading a book that she wrote. I can't remember the name of it.
About Scotland?
Yes, it's Scottish, and she's reading it in dialect, but brogue. And we have a labyrinth, a guy bringing a labyrinth.
What's that?
A labyrinth is
the thing that you keep walking around in and you never get out?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, something different.
Where are you going to put that?
Well, we found room.
A labyrinth, really. I mean, what happens, honest to God, Peter? What if you can't get out? Or just hold on to people ahead of you?
Then,
why not?
Then you end up in Asgard somewhere. I don't know.
You've been through. Have you been through it?
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
you got it. No problem.
I like Labyrinth. No, yeah, right.
You got through it.
They have, Labyrinth is a traditional type of thing. So let's talk about the opening ceremonies. As I said, that all the 23 pipe bands march out, and then they counter march, and then we're going to have someone read the Address to a Haggis this year, done by Robert Burns. We've not done that before, but we thought in the celebration of the 25th annual we'll do that. And that is kind of a traditional, that's a little ceremony where they bring it out on a tray with a piper and they read it and then they stab it.
Oh, with a big, huge sword?
Well, the skin do. Yeah, the small sword, which I don't have one, but they carry it in their sock. we'll sing the national anthem and the Canadian national anthem and Flower of Scotland, and we'll have the games opening. We actually are going. We have a citation from the governor's office, from the governor, in honor of our 25th year.
Governor Charlie Baker.
Governor Charlie Baker.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he and Karen Polito will not be able to attend. But anyway, so then we'll have the games will be open. The dancers, the clans will then come out, and it's kind of fun when the clans come out. If you recall, they're all, of course, dressed in their
full
garb.
regalia.
Yes, and then they do their clan battle call.
Yeah.
And
each clan has a different battle call.
Oh yes, they do.
That's amazing.
I can't tell you what they are, but they do.
Yeah. Do you know what's your clan's battle call?
I don't know, Jan. I don't know.
Can you speak Gaelic at all?
No, I cannot.
You cannot. No, when they say sing the Canadian anthem too, is that in honor of Nova Scotia, New Scotland?
It's a fact. We have Canadian participants from Canada.
They come down to Northampton.
Yes, dancers and some athletes
from Nova Scotia. That would be perfect.
Well, from various places in Canada. I don't exactly where. So yes, and this Scottish festival. We also do Celtic. We have the Irish Harpers. We have the Irish Cultural Centre will have a booth there. And then the clans, and then the girls will come out and do a Highland fling on the field, and then the animals, and then then the games go on. So we have a pub.
Yes.
Yes. So, which is good. That's where half of our revenue comes from.
I'll bet. Was it Scottish? Is there really Scottish whiskey? Is there really such a?
We can't. Well, we only have a beer and wine license.
Okay.
Get a liquor it would be huge. So we don't do that. Yes, there is Scottish whiskey. Single malt Scotch and what have you, and so in the pub tent, and actually anybody can go in. You just need a wristband to be able to get the beer. Yeah. It's 40 by 80 tent with chairs, and so there won't be and to get people out of the sun.
Yeah.
So what do we have? Whom do we have on stage? We start with this band Albanacht. Now Albanacht is they're all Celtic rock bands, but Albanacht is tribal drums. These guys are crazy. They're really fun and loud, but
the Tartan Terrors. Boy, that's quite a.
The Tartan Terrors are a group of people playing different instruments, and they're very and in the program it describes all these.
Yeah.
But another group called Screaming Orphans.
I just saw the Screaming Orphans.
Yes, that's three sisters.
Yeah.
And this is I think the third year they've been with us.
Where did they come up with these titles?
I don't know.
Are they all Scottish?
Well, Screaming Orphans are actually from, it says here, it's from County Donegal in Ireland.
We're letting the Irish in.
Yeah. I told you, it's Celtic. Yeah. Celtic.
Yeah.
And Albanacht is also from Scotland.
Anything that ends in N-A-C-H, isn't that usually Scottish?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tartan Terras, again, this is you have to come to the thing to hear it. But we're excited that this year we have back for the 13th time is Enter the Haggis. Now, Enter the Haggis is another Celtic rock band. They started with us 13 years ago in Westfield at Stanley Park, and they were young kids. Now they're not so young, and some of them are married, but they are actually a real favorite at the festival.
Enter the Haggis.
Enter the Haggis. Again, Celtic rock, and they so much energy there. It's just unbelievable.
Peter, we want to make sure. Tell us again how they can reach you.
Okay, so Glasgowlands Scottish Festival, and the website is glasgowlands.org, and the email is glasgowlands@hotmail.com, and there is a phone number.
It's right, 413-862-8095.
Right. They
can do that. Now, tickets are adult, $16, children 6 to 12, $5, under 6 is free. This is great. Now, before I forget, Peter, how would you say people coming from this part of the world in Massachusetts, what's the best way to get down to Northampton?
Come on the Massachusetts Turnpike to get off in. Unless you come Route 9 or something. Route 9 goes through Amherst and right into Northampton, or Route 2 goes.
I didn't know that.
It does.
Route 9 from Worcester area up here goes.
Yes, it does.
Where have I been? I know it goes through Leicester, Holyoke.
Yes, it goes through Holyoke.
But you just stay on it, right? It's a long way around.
Yeah, no,
right?
It goes through Amherst. It doesn't go through Holyoke.
Okay.
It's,
All right.
And Route 2 comes down from Greenfield. But the Mass Pike to exit 4, which is West Springfield, and then take I-91 north to exit 18, the directions are on the website.
Okay, great. You can find that on the website.
And you just put into your GPS Look Park and
Look Park. It's big. I don't think you can miss it.
Yeah.
Entertainment until 9:30. Okay, it's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it starts at 9.
No. So the competition. I mean all the competitions and everything start at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or maybe the pipers are starting earlier to that.
Get there
9 a.m. and then at 11:30 is the opening ceremonies, which really is not to be missed if you can get there. That's when the most traffic is. So one would expect to have a backup. Closing ceremonies are at 5:30, I believe, but the stage bands are starting at. Charlie Zahn. We have Charlie Zahn sing. He's a baritone singer.
This is Rain or Shine, guys. They're going through with this.
Oh,
Rain or Shine.
Well, we have no... Yeah, it's Rain or Shine.
You got it, right? I think one of the most interesting things would be seeing those, the animals herded out there.
Yeah.
Talk about peaceful.
It's fun. Yeah, it is. I mean...
This is Saturday, July 21st, so it's coming up.
A week from Saturday?
Are you all set? Is everybody ready now to rock and roll with it?
Well, we had a meeting at the park last night. Everything looks good.
Everybody looks good.
The park loves us.
I'll bet they do. Do furthest come from Canada, or are they further away?
We have people coming from all over. Tickets. I'm getting people from Florida and this. Really, let me say
that's great.
We are the second largest Scottish festival in New England.
There's another one?
Loon Mountain in New Hampshire.
In New Hampshire, I know Loon Mountain. I went to college up near there. I didn't know they had a Scott festival.
They do. It's in the fall, but we're the only one in Massachusetts. We are the only, so as I said, this is the 25th year, which is a big deal for us.
And you've been there since the beginning.
Yes. I've been chairman for 18 years, I think.
What have you seen as changes in it? Like more and more people coming in to perform?
Bigger. Well, we started in Blandford, Massachusetts, which is why it's called Glasgowlands, because that's what the town was originally named. And 5 years. Then we went to Stanley Park in Westfield for 5 years. We outgrew both of those. And then we went to Look Park, and we're not moving again.
You're going to stay? Well,
it's a big deal to move.
How long have you been at Look?
15 years.
15. Well, yeah. You don't want to move. That's big.
Yeah, we can't. I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
It has everything. It's a park, and it's grass, and there's shade.
Yeah.
I mean, the parade field is no shade. But and if people come, you can, if you want to bring your dog on a leash, that's fine. B, if you want to bring chairs, it might be helpful because the park doesn't have a lot of chairs, and they're in the tent, so there's not a lot of things. There are benches to sit on, and it's handicapped accessible. We have handicapped parking. We have, what else? What have I forgotten?
Well, I know one thing. Of course I love the vendors, but I love that little book vendor, whatever, that I went into, and I got that book, Scott's Kith and Kin, and you could trace your name. If you're Scottish. I looked up Lewis. There's a couple places you can look, and they'll tell you if you're part of what clan or they're part of yours. Where were they located on the map in Scotland?
Oh, yes.
Wild. A lot of fun.
These clans love to talk about...
Oh, they do.
They do.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, yes. They do.
Some more than others.
Very polite. Very, very interesting.
Yes. Historic Highlanders. They dress in the traditional, historic garb, heavy clothes, and they have a wood fire where they cook, and they have
in the heat. They do this.
Oh yes, but they show everything the way they did it.
Yeah,
and we have a blacksmith there. We have what I mentioned.
This is
that's about it. I mean, there's so much. There's so much.
This is co-sponsored by the Valley Advocate, Westfield Bank, New England Public Radio,
Yes.
Burger King of Northampton.
Yes.
Burger King got in on this too?
We have one of our members is works for Burger King. Yes, and so but New England Public Radio, which in our area is 88.5. It's WFCR.
Where do they broadcast out of?
Excuse me, Springfield.
Is it Springfield? NPR.
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I haven't actually.
Well,
ever tuned in.
WFCR stands for 5 College Radio because Amherst, Mount Holyoke.
So they're broadcasting it too. The college?
No, they're broadcasting from Springfield.
Oh, so they're in Springfield. See, I grew up in Wilbraham. This is all
Okay,
close to me.
okay, yeah.
So do you live in Northampton?
I live in Blandford.
So you live in where it originated.
Yes.
Aha. Now, one more time, how can they get a hold of you?
Glasgowlands.org would be the website. And we have a new website this year. If people had seen it from before, we have a new. Oh, and you can order tickets online.
Great.
Now, it's late to order tickets through the mail, but we do have the ability to have tickets online. They don't get the tickets. They get a piece of paper
Yeah.
and Glasgowlands at hotmail.com. If you send an email, I'll get the email and I will respond to
And
whatever
the phone?
questions people might have.
413-862-8095. 413.
Right.
Boy, I remember that area code. I know my number that I grew up with, my telephone number.
I do too.
I remember. So what's your favorite part of the Scottish Festival? What do you think?
You know what? I think it's all. I like it all. I just like the music. I like to see people having fun. That's what I like.
Yeah.
People and kids, and it's just. We have like 5,000 people there on and off during the day, and then at the end, I love to be able to give away $20,000.
What's that all about?
I told you.
There's a raffle.
No. That was after the festival, to these two organizations.
Yeah.
We gave them each 10.
Yeah, okay, I thought you meant there was a raffle.
Actually, we do have a raffle this year, and we're not giving away $20,000.
No, you're going to bring that in.
No, but
more than that.
here's what we have for the raffle. There's a couple of necklaces that someone donated, silver and a gold.
Yeah.
I think we have a basket from Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
I know we do. But we have the Irish Cultural Center in West Springfield has donated 10 raffle tickets to a raffle that they are having of a trip to Ireland.
Ireland? Well, how about Scotland? Maybe we could get one of those too.
Yeah. So they donated these, and so in our raffle, if you enter our raffle, you would get one of these tickets, put your name on.
Sure.
Then it goes into their.
How much for the raffle? How much do you have to
I think we're charging $5, 3 for 12.
That's great.
And these the cultural center is charging $20 for their tickets. That's it.
You love to see Peter. We're so busy talking together. This is so much fun. Peter Langmore, and he is the chairperson of the Glasgowlands Scottish Festival. I've been to it. Look Park in Northampton. It is worth the trip if you can get there. It's on a Saturday. It's July 21st. Starts at 9 a.m. Ends at this says 5. Did you say 5:30?
The reason it says 5 on these flyers is because that's when the vendors.
They leave.
Okay. Some of the vendors, they can stay if they want.
Yeah.
And we do have a vendor who would be having food in the pub afterwards. The pub, beer, and we have mead, and so.
You can buy clothes. They have Scottish food and imports, historic Highlanders, sheep herding, Bonnie Knees contest. Is that the guys in their kilts?
Yes.
It is. I was right.
Would you like to be a judge? So.
So I think I remember that. We had to decide whose knees looked the best.
Yes.
But how do you judge that? I mean,
I don't know.
Judging guys' knees.
I think so. It's really funny if you have the right MC. They can be very funny.
Yeah.
But the guys in kilts will sit there, and then the women are blindfolded.
Oh, so we have to touch them?
The judges. Yeah, you have to do this.
I thought you had to do it visually.
No. It's by
Who had
touch.
the best bony knees?
Bony or hair or whatever you want.
Do you get in on it?
No.
No.
I do not.
No. How many guys do this?
More than I can't tell you, but A number. It's a fun thing. It's really fun. It's really fun.
I don't think I'd have the guts to go up and touch all these guys' knees. I don't think I could, but they're blindfolded. But see, what if you miss and you had his arm or something or his elbow? What if you miss?
Well, the funny thing is, one of the guys who did the bunny knees, but he would put his elbow in, or had a guy put his bald head in, or something. It can be very funny with the right MC.
Definitely.
So.
What happens when does someone win? The girl wins, right?
The guy. No, the guy wins because they vote.
And what does he get?
Oh, I don't know.
He guy's going to get kidded by the guys for the rest of his life.
Nothing, just...
Stand up one more time, Peter. Show us your tartan.
All right, there we go.
That's the Stuart tartan.
Yes.
And the belt again and the
belt,
bag?
Yes, and that's foreign, and the belt. And
you've got your great socks on?
I have my... Yes.
That's going to be hot on a nice July day.
You want a secret? I don't wear this all day. I don't have to wear this
You don't have to wear it all day?
No.
No. All right.
I wear it for opening and closing ceremonies.
Yeah, definitely. There he goes. Well, I was sharing with Peter, we did have the Worcester Kelty band. We had a bagpiper, young guy, fresh over from Scotland, basically, made his own bagpipe, stood right here, and they heard it all the way down to the library. They went, "Where is that coming from?" He was great.
Worcester Kelty Band, I don't think it's a competition band, but when we first started this festival in Blandford 25 years ago, Worcester Kelty was one of the bands. We had 3 bands which we paid to play.
Yeah. At the Scottish Festival?
Yeah. But when they first started, they didn't have the band competition.
25 years ago.
25 years.
That's a long time.
So now we have 23 bands which pay us to compete.
The Kilties don't come from
I don't
Worcester.
think they're a competition band.
That's funny.
I'm not.
They're pretty popular up here.
Yes, but they could be their marching band more than a competition band.
Well, that would make
but wait
sense.
a minute, I may be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
If people can correct me on
no, that's okay.
from
and when I hear this, I don't know if you're like I am, Peter. When I hear bagpipes, I just have got to start walking and marching.
Yeah.
There's something about it. It's regal, royal sounding.
It's after some days when some of the festivals you go home and your ears are ringing from all these pipes all day long.
Oh gosh, you get tinnitus from it.
It's just I feel you can hear them ringing, and
so put cotton in your ears.
Well,
if you're prone to tinnitus, which I am.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely.
So
how many bagpipist bands are there?
23. So think about this. There are 23 pipe bands,
and they just come right on that.
Yeah,
whole
they're
line.
pipe and drum.
Yeah.
Now, each band has maybe 15, 20 members.
Yeah.
So multiply that.
That's a lot.
How many? The 20. That's like 400 or 500 pipers and drummers on the field at the same time.
And they're all in different colored kilts. They're clan kilts.
Yes, they are, and they're all introduced, and then the drum major. Which I think there's a picture on the website, that he comes on. And we have a drum major competition as well, where they toss their thing up in the air.
If your last name, like mine, is Scottish, you might not find it. The clan tables were great. They set up with the tables, a tent, whatever. I was looking all around, for my name. But now that I've got the book and I know it's part of you too, the Stuart clan.
Sure.
They might have a Stuart clan there, or find out where else, like McLeod, and then try and go over and talk to them.
Exactly. So, I actually, if you go on the website, I've listed all the clans that will be there this year.
You did?
I do.
Okay.
They're all on the website.
All right.
The names of the bands are on the website. And all the information is there, and you can order tickets online.
But you don't have to. You can if you.
Yeah, you can get them at the gate.
Get them at the gate.
There'll be gate, and they're only $16 for adults. That's for all day.
For a whole day.
Including these 4 stage bands, which cost us a bunch. Those are, and that's
You know what would be cool would to have a guest book and to find other people that come from all of you said Florida they come up here just have sign in, right? What
We've
a book
tried that.
You did?
Yeah, but it doesn't. Where do these people come from? And we put a slip of paper in the program. But we had mixed success with that.
So, I would love to fill that out. Yeah.
So
big, huge
we
guest
get the
book.
program at
Big huge guest book. As soon as you come
it would
in.
be nice.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Where are you from? Yeah. Definitely. Do they ever come over? Do you have anybody that actually come visit from Scotland to see it?
We have, yes.
That's great.
I invited the gets a British consul general to come, and he or she actually can't make it, but the vice consul general is going to try and make it. He, I
from
believe,
England or from Scotland?
Well, they're in Boston, but
Oh,
he
okay.
actually is Scottish.
So he's going to try to get there.
I hope so. He said he was going to try.
How about Marty Walsh? I know our Baker can't make it, but can get Marty Walsh. Is he going to go?
He's the representative from this area.
No.
Here in Boston.
Boston?
Boston, yeah, Boston, yeah. Is he going to? Will he show up? Do you think? He might.
Well, I don't know. We didn't invite him, but he can
Sure.
come. Everyone's welcome to come.
How many do you think come in all and told? Did you count?
5,000. It's hard to count. It's really hard, and it goes up and down. But I'd say we usually use the term 5,000 to 6,000 people, off and on during the day.
Yeah, that's a lot of bodies in one place. But thank God it's
But
a
not
big
all at
park.
once, and it's a big park.
No, and it's a big park. But I remember coming in from parking, and we were greeted by that little soft band with the
The Harpers.
harpist, I think flute.
Okay.
Felt very Celtic feeling. There's no doubt
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
yeah. They're
Oh.
Rosie Kane. She's a lovely person, and
Yeah.
they've been there every year, forever.
This is great, Peter. Now, this is an every year thing. I know that we went once. We were able to make it, and it's a trip from here down there. But you know what? Once you get there, you've got everything you need. There's food. You bring a chair, right?
Do bring a chair, right?
Bring some water too. Do they sell water for people there?
Yes, they do
Yeah,
sell
'cause
water.
it's going to get warm.
They have all kinds of beverages, and beer and meat, but water and soda and the typical things you'd find at a
Very important question.
festival.
Restrooms.
Yes, there are restrooms and porta-johns.
All right.
The park has restrooms,
Okay.
but obviously, for a large crowd, we do have porta-johns.
Mm-hmm. Does your whole family come with you, Peter?
Oh yes, actually, my daughter's coming from Braintree, and her friends are coming, and they're camping in my yard, and they're
I had
my
a
grandson,
hard time
and then
finding you that day that I came.
You
I
have
had
to ask around.
I said, yeah.
Like, where's Peter, right?
Exactly. And they're looking at me and like, well, I thought he was over here, or maybe he was over there.
Yeah,
We finally
We
got-
did, yes.
We finally connected.
You're coming again this year, Jane?
Well,
I hope.
I hope so. It depends on my driver, my husband. He doesn't do well. He has, I can't think of it. It affects the nerve endings, the bottom of your feet.
all right, yeah.
So I'm not sure. I can help drive though. That's the whole thing. Let
Right.
me at it.
Yes,
It'd
yes.
be fun. Yeah. Any last words you want to share with people?
Come out to the Glasgowlands Scottish Festival on July 21st at Look Park in Northampton. 9 to 5, July 21st, glasgowlands.org or glasgowlands@hotmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
And again, as I said before, if you have any questions, just email them and
Yeah.
I'll answer them.
You don't have to be of Scottish heritage. Just come anyway. It's a blast.
Oh no, it's not just Scottish. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, my son-in-law is a Mexican,
Yeah.
and his mother and sister and they're coming up, and they love it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a multicultural experience here, and being the only Scottish festival in Massachusetts, second one largest in New England, and the other one's at Loon Mountain.
Yeah.
It's the place to be.
Are you excited?
Oh yes.
What time do you get there?
6 a.m. But we, and then I leave, and by the time I'm out of there, it's like midnight.
Midnight? You
Well-
must be dead on your feet.
I'm also there all day Friday setting up.
And you're there to help.
Yeah, mostly Friday. That's why we have the volunteers.
Peter, you're amazing.
Hey,
Thanks
you gotta
so much.
stay young,
Thanks
Jan.
so much
Thank
for
you
being
so
with
much
us.
for having
Alrighty,
me.
and don't forget, coming up July 21st, the Glasgowlands Scottish Festival over in Northampton, Massachusetts. And there'll be flyers up downstairs at the Upton Library. Come, you can see those because you can go online. Pretty easy to find out how to get there, and they've got a map on the flyer too. So come, I'll put quite a few flyers up there if you need one. And we'll see you next year, hopefully.
I hope so.
Be my guest.